Today on Eagle Nation News, the courts have made a ruling on Donald Trump's travel ban. What does this mean for future immigrants? We discuss later in the show.
Madison Woodard, an aspiring artist at Prosper High School, recently submitted her work to state. Elizabeth Kirsch highlights her success in the vase competition.
And finally, Nick Anderson will be in studio with Sam Jalowick, a film award winner, discussing what this award will mean for his future.
All this and more today on Eagle Nation News.
Live from Prosper, Texas, this is Eagle Nation News.
Good afternoon, Prosper High School. Today is Wednesday, September 13th. I'm Jake Fine.
I'm Caitlin Whistles.
I'm Cameron Silva.
Although last year's Eagle Nation News is gone, their legacy is still here. Cameron, what's new?
As those of us who follow us on Twitter may have seen, our program Eagle Nation News is a Pacemaker finalist, meaning that we are in the runnings against 15 other groups in the nation for 8 spots as Pacemaker winners. It is the highest award a high school broadcast program can receive.
Edith Windsor, the lead plaintiff in the 2013 Supreme Court case that struck down the Defense of Marriage Act, died at 88. She will be remembered for her fight for equality and her role in abolishing the same-sex marriage law.
It has been almost 8 months since President Donald Trump signed his travel ban, putting a total block on all travel from Iraq, Syria, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen temporarily. This executive order was highly controversial, and only a few weeks after it was signed, the court struck it down, but it has been reinstated.
You know, most of the controversy has been surrounded by the fact that the executive order was very abrupt. Most of the people that went to go protest in the airports were just generally confused about what's going on.
And you said it was reinstated, and the only minor change is that Iraq has been removed from the ban list, but the other 6 countries are still on the ban list.
So we'll just have to see in the next coming days if we'll get the same sort of backlash we got 8 months ago.
Right.
After this commercial break, Elizabeth Kirsch reports on Madison Woodard's accomplishments and her creative journey.
Technology Student Association is a club which competes at a regional, state, and national level. You will get to work with students with similar interests, meet and work with business and industry leaders, and receive recognition through TSA's Honor Society, scholarships, and achievement programs. This club will help you develop the skills necessary to jumpstart your career. No matter what field you're interested in, TSA has an event for you. If interested, come to Mr. Logan's room, which is room 1151, on Thursday during Eagle Time.
Your forecast for Thursday is going to heat up a little bit with a high 94 and low 68. The rest of the week will be sunny, so make sure you go out and enjoy. For your fast forecast, I'm Max Hamilton.
Madison Woodard is a Prosper student and a Gold Seal Award recipient at the state level for her accomplishments in art. Elizabeth Kirsch sits down with Woodard to discuss how she went from hating art to creating art.
Last year, one student had the chance to put her passion into practice at a statewide competition.
In the past year, I went to Vase and I put in 2 pieces. Only one of them went to state, but that state piece also got a gold seal, which is the highest thing you can get at state.
Vase is a visual arts scholastic event. It is the largest art competition of its kind in the United States.
Woodard was not always certain that art was something she would enjoy pursuing.
I actually hated art up until about the 7th grade. I hated doing it because it was a required course whenever you're in intermediate school. But then a lot of my friends were doing art and I was like, hey, maybe I should try getting into this. There are actually 2 artists that I follow on Instagram, and one of them is Railsy and one of them is Cadet Petra, and both of them have inspired me in my work today.
This year, Woodard is furthering her art career by taking Drawing and Design 3 and through her participation in National Art Honor Society.
We're working on drawing over text, where we're creating our own base, where we've taken books and we've taken them apart. We're actually using a book that was written in Russian, so it makes a really cool base.
I'm thinking I'm going to paint over a person who's crying, so I can call it Read It and Weep, you know, kind of punny. And I'm planning on just making it sort of black and white, sort of monotone, so I can expand my art style.
For Eagle Nation News, I'm Elizabeth Kirsch.
Thank you, Elizabeth. After this commercial break, Nick Anderson will be in studio with Sam Jalowick, discussing what winning a film award means for his team's future.
Join HOSA with the classroom code 5TI5TDQ. See Ms. Horniak or Ms. Megley in rooms 1255 and 1257 for questions. Sign-ups are due by September 21st. College night will be September 18th from 6 to 8 p.m. in the cafeteria and main hallway. September 15th is the last day to purchase a yearbook for $60. After Friday, the prices will raise. Juniors, there will be a class ring presentation on September 18th during Eagle Time in the auditorium.
Now Nick Anderson joins us in studio with Sam Jalowick to discuss his team's award-winning film.
Thanks, Jake. I am in studio wearing the exact same pink shirt, and I'm standing next to Sam Jalowick. Sam, you and your team went to
STN.
STN. Okay, so now can you explain to me and the viewers what STN is?
STN is an international competition. It stands for Student Television Network. Basically, it's a competition that a bunch of different schools, about 100 or so different schools come to. We compete there annually, our film program.
Okay, so you went there, and what was the process that y'all had gone through to get this award?
Okay, so I mean, obviously we flew out to Anaheim this past March.
That's the first step.
Right. And but the day of our competition, we were given a prompt, and with that prompt, we had to make a short film in about 8 hours.
Oh, okay. So you just had 8 hours to make a movie?
Yeah, pretty much. And it was a documentary we made.
Yeah.
And the next day we went to the ceremony, and we actually ended up winning first place against all those other teams.
Sweet. So when you got everybody, is everybody in like the same room when you watch each other's movies?
Yes.
So did it kind of feel good to like represent Prosper?
I mean, I didn't go up there. My friend Carter and Peyton, they went up there to claim our plaque, but it was pretty awesome to see us win that. So.
All right. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for today. Jake?
We talked a lot recently about the devastation brought by Hurricanes Harvey and Irma. Here to talk about the celebrity TV special aimed to provide funds for the recovery is Cameron Silva.
Hey guys, so for those of you who haven't heard of it, there was an hour special on TV yesterday called Hand in Hand. It was a show dedicated to help raise money for those affected by Hurricane Harvey. It features celebrities I'm sure you guys know like Beyonce, Oprah, Stevie Wonder, Leonardo DiCaprio, and others. People were lighting up the Twitter sphere about it, including Drake, who said, "It's amazing to see us come together and help us as best as we can. These days it seems as if one issue's ending, another is beginning." By the end of the program, viewers had donated over $14.5 million. They have announced that with the wreckage Hurricane Irma has caused, they will be extending its beneficiaries to those affected in Florida. It's honestly just amazing to see how people will come together in times like these and help those who need it. Make sure you're following at Eagle Nation News for more updates.
Thank you, Cameron. And as you mentioned, they raised upwards of $15 million, 10 of which was donated by Apple.
You know, in addition to this event, a lot of celebrities have been donating and helping out those who have been affected by these hurricanes.
J.J. Watt, for example,
Watt,
who donated plenty of money. Now let's get an update on sports.
Prosper Volleyball played last night at home against Newman Smith and won the first set 25-3, the second set 25-14, and the last 25-6, rounding out the 3-0 sweep.
Now let's take a look at the meeting schedule for today. There will be a mandatory executive council meeting today during Eagle Time in room 2222. There will be a Red Cross meeting today after school in room 2224, an Interact Club meeting during Eagle Time in room 2209, and a Technology Student Association meeting during Eagle Time in room 1151.
Well, that's going to do it for our show today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Caitlin Wessels.
I'm Cameron Silva.
And I'm Jake Fine. Live long and prosper.